There's some words that all of us in the turnaround management business are used to hearing, often frequently. Since we're going to have the unit down anyway, we want ... And all of those things usually have a purpose to the person that's requesting them. Typically, you mostly are going to hear this from operations engineering and from operators. And really what they're asking is they want the chance to be more intimate with their equipment, and I'm not against that. However, it's one thing if the vessel's already down anyway and we want to spend, call it $5,000 to let the engineers go through the tower after the inspections have been done. It's another thing if this is like a propane splitter off in the North 40 that we weren't even going to open this turnaround. It's not due for inspection for another 3 or 4 years. So the first thing I want to encourage you to do is include this type of work in your premise. And include in particular an if statement that says when you will allow it and when you will not allow it. So let's just call this operational engineering inspection. And because science experiment doesn't really work that well. And we're going to allow this type of work if the vessel in question has already been opened and cleared for entry by some other work team. That's the first if statement. And the second if statement would be if taking the time to let operations and into the vessel does not in any way interfere or impede with necessary work that has to take place. Now when it comes time for scope challenge, we have something to stand on. Now we can move easily through what we're going to have hundreds of these requests typically in a refinery shutdown. And now we can easily decide which ones we're going to approve and put in scope and which ones we're not going to approve and put in scope. And furthermore, because we've offered clarity and transparency through the language we use in our premise, the operators and the process engineers who will still wish to be able to be doing this work now have clarity as to when they would have that opportunity. So we're not opposed to doing the work, but it has to come at the right time. And the control point, like everything else in turnaround control, begins with the turnaround premise.